Hey everyone, in this How to Play Bulwark Space Marine 2 video, I'm going to show you exactly that. The Bulwark is a very popular class, and for good reason. It is a good fun class that really helps out your teammates. You do lots of close melee combat, you have a whacking great shield, and you can support your teammates with some pretty cool armor boosting capabilities. So where we are at the minute is on the battle barge, and I'm going to show you a quick tip which you may or may not know, but if you touch the touchscreen on the PlayStation on your controller, check this out. Did you know it did that? I'm not sure what the button is on the Xbox. I would guess the menu or the screens button, but then you can quick travel off to the armory hall, or armoring hall rather. There we go, we are there. Isn't that cool? Anyway, let's have a little look at the Bulwark and show you how to play Bulwark in Space Marine 2. So you can see out the classes that we've got here. I'm already on the Bulwark. If you're not on there, you just move across until you are. Now, your Bulwark may look a little more basic than this one. You've probably got no helmet on the Bulwark to begin with if you are just starting out, because that sort of customized armor appears after you get to level 2. Now you can see the Bulwark I've actually not played that much, but I have done the learning area, the trials, which show you the basics of it, and I can show you how to play it with this class, no problem. So on the left hand side we've got different loadouts for the Bulwark, and one of the things that stands out for me here is we only have one ranged weapon for all of these, as you can see. I've got a standard issue plasma pistol, or what you can use is if you've got a bolt pistol that you've used for any of the other classes, you can select that here. You can opt to change between the two, but in this case I'm going to use that. Now, with your standard issue sort of melee weapon, you've got a choice. You can either go for the chainsword that we have here, or you can go with the power fist or the power sword. That's entirely up to you which one you go for. So you can see the chainsword at 5+ is the strength I've got on this one at the minute, because I've got the master crafted one, I think, at the minute. Let me have a little look. I'm not sure actually. Maybe we can or maybe we can't. Let's just see. So I can equip that one because I've earned it using a different class. So I think I can use that straight away here. So you can see Mastercraft there, Mastercrafted bolt pistol, which is going to help my Bulwark start out. But when you're learning how to play Bulwark, what I suggest you do is look at this, the trials. Okay, so we're going to have a quick little look at this. That's the next thing on the interface. You can see I've got A, and A, and that also gave me some rewards. So you can see I've got these rewards here, one of which was this little perk that helps you level up your weapons. So I can go to Mastercrafted with those once I've earned enough XP. You spend one of these as well, and happy days, you've powered up your weapon, which is why we've got these cooler looking weapons and more damaging weapons. So you can see this one, the chapter banner. So it says this glorious banner restores armor to you and your allies. And this is a cool reason why you want to play the Bulwark. This is very, very useful. Plant it in a strategic place to turn the tide of battle. So you're going to learn how to use this with this first one. So we'll just have a little look at this trial quickly. I'll probably mess it up now, but you get the idea. And it tells you, press a triangle to plant a banner that regenerates armor for all nearby squad members. They go, cool. So you hold down this and you accept, and then you need to do the challenge in a certain time period. So you can see we've got a tactical was run up here, battling away. So I'm going to drop my banner here with that triangle command, and that white bar underneath my left bar on the left hand side keeps regenerating while that chapter banner is in play, which is massively, massively useful to ensure that I don't get damaged by these hordes of enemies. So you can see we are smashing them all here. I'll take this dude down, and if my tactical marine is nice and close, they will also survive and get that armor boost as well. So when you're really up against it, this works really, really well. So just seeing whether we can get these dudes. I think I've done this a little bit slow this time, but you get the idea. So once we've done that, we'll get a rank in. So you can see in this case I was a little bit rubbish there, a rank of B, but you get the idea with it. Now, if you suck at that to begin with, you can just keep restarting it and have another go with it. So down the bottom left, you can see if we hit triangle to restart, we would have another go. And this is a really good way of learning how to play Bulwark in Space Marine 2. So let's hit continue instead and have a little look at the other ones. So you can see it says, make your stand become an indomitable bastion with your shield and banner, never yielding a step to humanity's enemies. So this one will teach you how to use your shield. So it says hold L1 to enter the block stance. This stance will block parryable melee attacks and ranged attacks. While in block stance, press R1 to perform a heavy shield bash. Now, because I'm talking, I'm probably going to be rubbish at this, but we'll have a little look here. So we'll get up here. And if I hold that L1, you can see, wow, actually the power fist just smashed into everything. So I'm holding L1 and then I'm using the shield bash there. And if you look just above me here, it's saying I'm indeed shield bashing because we're getting that count. And you can see it is smashing these dudes to pieces as we go forward. You can see we've got the power fist here. More of them coming at me now. So I'm going to hit that banner just to protect me with the armor. So you see my armor is regenerating. So no problem here to just keep these dudes at sort of bay while smash them to pieces with my power fist. And in terms of which weapon you should use, that's entirely up to you. They're all good for melee, you know, whichever one you want. I find personally the chainsaw quite nice for just mowing down loads of enemies, but you know, there's pluses and minuses to each weapon, so just have a play with those when you're ready to do that. And ow. So now I might get in a little bit of trouble because there's all these things here. But you see we're just getting used to that shield bash there just to make a bit of space, and then we can just pummel the heck out of all these dudes. You can see now it's saying I need to go up to this other one, so we'll do the same thing. So now I'm in a little bit of trouble with all these enemies coming in at me here. But what I could be doing is also thinking about the gun strike if that ever pops up. So if we do a successful parry, for example, we can consider that as well. But it's a little bit difficult because I'm obviously talking and concentrating on talking to you guys at the time of doing this. But we'll see soon. We should complete this. So the bright blue thing there that we saw pop up, that's a parry. So if you hit L1 at the time that pops up, you should do a parry, and often you'll get a little bonus for that. You'll either smash the heck out of the opponent. Sometimes you'll be able to do a gun strike, which is a little target will pop up, like a little sort of aiming target. And if that pops up and you hit the gun strike with R2, then what would basically happen is you would get a slight bonus to your armor. So it is a bit dark this level, so I apologise for that. So, but I think it's useful to see, you know, how all this is done. So you can see there, I've completed 150 seconds, didn't complete it in 120. Hit 10 enemies, so I've got a B here. So again, same sort of thing, but you get the idea with it. The last one, strike your sword, crush and kill Xenos. So you can see I've got hit 10 enemies with the shield bash, protect an ally from incapacitation. And so we're going to learn that when we're learning how to play Bulwark Space Marine 2 as well. So we can see here loads of enemies coming at us. So we're going to try and, you know, protect everyone here. And this is quite nice. So you can see that we've tried all of the different melee weapons, so you can get an idea of which one is your favourite, whether it's the chainsword or this rather epic power sword, which looks like He-Man's sword out of He-Man Master of the Universe, or whatever it was called, I can't remember. And you can see this dude here is a sniper, so I'm going to place the banner now. So I'm trying to protect the sniper. I want him to take out the dudes at range if we can. So we can see this thing here is trying to smash the heck out of me, and I'll execute it. So if you hit it enough, you'll get the little execute command come up, which for me is R3, and we're good. So hopefully we've smashed that. We have indeed. So I'm getting an A rating there. Pretty cool. So we are getting there. So you know the basics of how to play Bulwark in Space Marine 2, but it doesn't stop there, my friends, because I'm going to help you a little bit more now. So we're back to this screen here. We've done the trials. We've talked about this. Hopefully by then you've got an idea of which loadout you like the idea of. And remember, you can jump into these and tweak it. So if you want a power sword and say a bolt pistol, you can go here and say, actually, do you know what? R1 to the bolt pistol here, and I want to use this one here. So I've done that. So I've selected it with X and then come back out with circle, and you can see I've now changed that loadout to those two there. So let's say I want to play with that. The other thing I can do is I can edit my armor, and you can see the Astartes chapters over here and pick different ones, or if there's ones that are locked, you can show in heraldry and go and unlock whatever ones you want here, so you can spend requisition points which are above. If you're not sure how to get those, have a little look at my other videos because I do show that. But yeah, that's how we would change the class. Now, more importantly is this thing here. So we've got the perk tree. So we can see my special skill, the chapter banner, restores armor to all squad members. The armor class, which is just behind me there, you see it says 3. So we've got quite a good bit of protection going on there. And then we've got the perk tree. And as you level this dude up, you will get access to more and more perks. And there are 25 perks that you can get. Now, I've not got the Bulwark actually developed that much because there's so many classes I've been playing with. But let me show you on the Vanguard. So Vanguard's my current favourite. And you can see I've got them all the way over here. And basically what you can have is 8 perks active. So the blue ones that I've got here are the active ones that I've got. And you just pick whatever ones you want, but the first time you unlock it, you'll have to buy it. So if I wanted this retribution one, I'd have to buy it for 20 of the requisition points that are above my head. So you're basically going to get more and more powerful the longer you play the Bulwark. So if we have a little look at that perk tree, to begin with, you'll have absolutely nothing. But because we're level 2 now, I can unlock one of these. So when your armor is fully depleted, you'll take 25% less health damage for 5 seconds. That sounds pretty good to me, my friends. So we're going to buy that. So that is now active because it's blue. And you can see I'm halfway to this one. When you block a ranged attack, enemies within a 10-meter radius take damage instead. So we are getting this. So let's say I want to play the Bulwark. You select it here in the class. Okay, so we've got everything happy there. And we come back out. We can then do that fast travel to move back to the other area to play, to the launch base. I've hit the screen or the touchpad on my PlayStation controller. We'll go over to the launch bay, and recently what has been unlocked is bot lobbies, which is really cool when you start to learn to play a class, because you can just jump in with bots and get an idea of how to move around the level. The downside of it is if your character gets smashed and falls on the floor, you will get wiped out instantly, whereas if you're playing with other players, they can pick you up as long as they're still surviving, and you tend to go a bit further in the level. But while you're learning, so you don't annoy other classes, you may want to go on a bot one first. So to do that, you go to the interact here. I'll hold down the square, and you can see above me it says private mode off. So if I want to change the session type, I press the triangle. Now it's private mode on. So the difference is I'm going to play just with bots now, or unless I invited someone to join that myself. The other thing that's very important is the threat up the top left. If you've been playing a different class and now you want to learn how to play Bulwark in Space Marine 2, make sure this threat is set to minimal to start with, otherwise you will get smashed to pieces most likely. So this gets you... sorry, I went a bit quick there. And equipment drops are generous. Enemies are moderately dangerous. Armory data is mastercrafted. Your second incapacitation inflicts a mortal wound. Whereas if you go up, it gets more and more difficult. So you can see. So when you're starting out, change that threat to minimal. So I'll accept this. You can then pick whatever operation. I suggest you go with Inferno to begin with because it's the easiest of them, and just get nice and clear for it. If you manage to clear it all, you will get 630 XP and 35 requisition points and a discoverable armory data, which if you keep looking around in the level, that's going to mean that you can then upgrade your weapon using that. So if you remember at the start when I was showing the bolt pistol, how we did that. So I'll just jump into here and just show you that it is pretty much the same thing. A mission is already selected and private mode is on, threat is minimal. Make sure that's all good. Go into the assemble area and away we go. And that will just show you a little bit of gameplay with the Bulwark, just to show you you know, what you're likely to jump into when you're playing Inferno. So you can skip this sequence here if you want. So I will do that. Hold down circle to skip it. And then we see the mission objectives in operations. Now, I suppose at this point you may be thinking, well, what if I want to play Eternal War? What I suggest you do is play operations first, just to get an idea of how the Bulwark works, and then you can go into there, level it up in there. If you are solely interested in PvP, then I suppose go off to Eternal War. But if you want to play PvE, player versus enemy, this is the one to play. Personally, I really like operations. I don't know why, it's just fun. So we are going in purely with bots here. We see the little intro movie, which I will skip. And you can see I've got that power sword, I've got my shield, I've got my ranged weapon here. And because we've got the bots, you know, there's no worry about me upsetting another player or having two players wanting to play as the Bulwark. You can just go forward gently and, you know, just learn how to play this class yourself. So we're going to interact up here like so, and in we go. So here we go. Have a little look in the area. So we've got some enemies wandering around here. There's a big enemy there. So L2 is that ranged weapon. So obviously this is going to be less useful than some of the bigger ranged weapons that we've got. So you can see there, I just smashed that thing with R1 and then I hit the R3 button. That's your R3 controller, and executing will boost that armor that we see up the top left, those 3 bars of armor. So that's nice and easy. So as the Bulwark, remember you are you know, the dude who's going to protect everyone. You know, it's your job to be keeping an eye on your fellow Space Marines and helping them out when you need to. So in this case, they're probably going to be following me around. But if we were playing with other players, you want to be seeing where they are. So we've got a dude there. So I'm just going to shoot it, get it to come at me. And then I need to time the parry if a parry command comes up. Or I could just block with my shield there. So that's quite annoying that he took that out, because I could have done with that, because the enemy just took out my armor quite strongly. But yeah, that's all you do really, just progress through the level and get used to how to fly around with the ball. I'm trying to think which way I need to go. I think it's this way now. And take on some other enemies. So you can see here lots of things to take on. Sometimes you can just go forward, so you want to be practicing those sort of options that we had before. So with a shield bash or your power sword. So you can see I've got my armor back now, so we're good. And this is one of the things to bear in mind is so you can see my armor's low, so if I hit that triangle now, right, so we get that in. Now my armor is regenerating, so that can be very useful. I can do that execute still, and that's going to boost me up as well. But if you're in an area where there are loads of enemies, this is very, very useful. It won't last forever, and you can see in the middle it's charging back up again. But this is a nice safe place to be. So you can see there, look, it's boosting my armor again. Now it's run out. Now I need to be careful. So I'm now in a bit of trouble, because there are loads of enemies here. And if that's the case, you may want to back off. Remember, you've also got grenades as well. So circle will be grenades. But we can see there's loads of dudes here. So I'm just going to try and shield bash away. So I'm holding down L1 and then pressing the R1 button as we go. But I am in trouble now. I'm going to use a med kit, which is... Oh no, I just missed it. So you can see here, I've been dropped down there, but one of my sort of fellow Space Marines picked me up. The execute there. What I was trying to hit, but it's difficult when you're talking. Sorry, there's so many things popping up. There was a like an orange circle that came up there, and then a blue one. There's the gun strike. So if I hit the strike button, I can shoot them, but I got hit by another enemy. We'll just execute this one to clear it up. That's good. The sniper's taken out a dude from range. So you can see my health is low, so to replenish that down the bottom right hand side, if I press right on the D-pad, that heals me. And you need to find those Medicae stims throughout the level to basically keep surviving. So you want to be looking around for stuff and examining off of the beaten track to find things that may be of use to you. So I'm just having a little look around the edge of the map for such things. And there you go. So we've got some crack grenades here that I can swap with my frag grenade. And then one of the other people could use that if they wanted. We progress through. And then I'm just looking around. Here you go, these boxes. If you bash these boxes, so if I... boxes I can smash. Yep. There's a Medicae stim. So if I pick that up down the bottom right hand side, that's now sorted. That I've now got a Medicae stim to progress forward. I don't know why I can't seem to swing my sword to break the other ones, so I'm just going to shoot them. But normally you can, just smash those open. But in this case, no. Sometimes those boxes will have more interesting things in as well, such as armory boosts, where you can boost your armor up to 4 pieces, which is of better benefit to ones like the sniper that don't have good armor to begin with, but 3 is quite nice. But then you just want to be playing around with that ranged attack as well. So each weapon that you use will, there's ammo box as well, get XP for the more that you use it. There's some more of those boxes. That's the armor boost. So normally I would give that to the sniper or the vanguard, but I'm just going to show you that my armor up the top left has boosted to that. And yeah, really that's it. That's how to play Bulwark. So go through these early levels, keep progressing through. You want to get all the way to the end to get your requisition points. So you'll get to sort of places where there's a little checkpoint like here. And if you die after that point, you'll get so much XP. But if you get to the end, you'll get the full XP, and you'll also get the requisition points. You also want to be looking around for different things like the armory data that will get you a armory point that you can use to upgrade your weapons. There's also data slates you can get and all sorts of other things like that. But you can see we're progressing to the next objective, find a way to take down the warp shielding. But I'm not going to show the whole level because that's going to take ages. But you get the idea. So there you go. Hopefully that's shown you how to play Bulwark in Space Marine 2. If it was useful to you, thumbs up, much appreciated. Any comments welcome. If you need more help with the game, do let me know with what, and I'll try my best to help. But have a little look at my tutorial playlist that I'll put at the end of here. Lots of useful stuff in there, and I can always add more. So if there's anything you're stuck on, do let me know and I'll try and help. And if you like what I do, hit that subscribe, will you? Thanks.